had to start the video over. Okay, kings, queens, spouses. I had to start this video over. But I'm still going to add the other one. So I guess this is an attachment to part 3. So these females would come to my home. They would steal my clothes. They would steal certain items of mine. One time, Miss Yanni Wilson stole my shoes and she hid them somewhere in my house. And I just let spirit just guide me and lead me. She took a pair of my shoes and I had everybody in their house got that decorated closet, that Christmas closet or that Christmas area where you store all your Christmas stuff. So I had a big, tall, brown box. And what she did was she took the shoes and she took them and she pulled all the stuff that was in the box up and she just put the shoes in between the stuff. So as I'm going around my home, I'm just, letting spirit guide me. I went right to the box. I picked up the stuff and I got the shoes out. I put the shoes on the next day and wore them around her. You should have seen her face, y'all. You should have seen her face drop. Like, she was like, how did she find them shoes? Like, I made sure I wedged them motherfuckers like all the way down in the deep end. So her leaving the bloody pad in my house, it just let me know that she was doing a blood ritual. I began to have a very bad bug problem. She even set me up. She told me that the guy that I was dating at the time, she told me, not even knowing, but me listening to her, I'm thinking she knows something. I'm thinking she done seen something or heard something. She was like, oh, that nigga he at the hotel with another. So I'm like, where you get that from? And she just fell asleep. When I asked her, I'm like, where you get that from? Like, how you get that information? How you know he with somebody else or whatever like that? She just fell asleep. She just clunked out. So I got mad. I'm like, at the time, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I said in the beginning, go back to part 1. I said I was going to, express my mistakes, express when I was wrong, express when I was lost, express when I was lost in the South and all of that. So I was young and dumb and full of cum. I thought this nigga loved me, I love him, and some weird shit, but it was all magic. It was all magic because as of this day, I would never ever be in a relationship like that. And when I say like that, he had somebody else and I knew he had somebody else, but I was just like okay with it because it's like it's not a lot of people to date in this town, and I wasn't really even taking him serious in the beginning. I wasn't taking him serious at all, and he's somebody that I did not want to take serious because Spirit had already told me about him and my brother and the incident between how he knew about my brother's murder and things like that. Spirit had already put me on, so I really wasn't taking him serious at all. But I guess with a little sprinkle of magic, I'm illusion and hallucinating, thinking this nigga love me and we got something going on, because that's what magic and hallucination. Right now, I'm not under no magic and I'm not under no hallucination. So like I said, I would never even sign myself up for no shit like that. But I was young, I was dumb, full of cum, and they was working their magic on me. And so I still take responsibility of, the part that I played, even though I felt like it was magic done and I was in control but out of control at the same time. But it is what it is. I still don't mind taking accountability for my actions, and I made that mistake in even dealing with that person or whatever. So when she said that, I got mad, I got in my feelings, I went and bust some windows out and things like that, and I shouldn't have did that. I wasn't thinking at the time. She really like tricked me or whatever, had me thinking it was something when it really wasn't nothing. He really wasn't at the room. Somebody else had the car that we was driving in early and everything. They had and just switched everything up. So I do apologize if you come across this video. That was not my intentions. And like I said, I was young, dumb, full of cum, and I was under heavy witchcraft, and I was unaware of the snakes around me. I was unaware of people secretly, coming up against me and despising me, right? So this person, Miss Carrie Wilson, she would also struggle with identity confusion. She would pretend like she was me. No, she would pretend like she was me. Like everything that I would do, she would do. I remember one time I had just paid all my bills. I had just paid my rent, my lights, car insurance, phone bill, and she called me. She like, I want to just ride or whatever. So I'm like, okay, long as we just ride. So when I got in the car, I'm like, long as we just ride and we ain't going nowhere, because I just paid all my bills. I don't get paid till, this upcoming Friday. I don't got no money to be going out to eat or going shopping or none of that. She like, no, we just gonna ride around. We just gonna ride around. So I'm like, okay. So why we pull up at the mall? Why? Why we pull up at the mall? And you think I'm finna sit in the car, or you know what I'm saying? Like, no, now I got to come in with you. Like, this is the sneaky, this deceptive, stuff that these women would do, these girls would do. And like I said, this is to help other women. This is to help other young girls. If you hearing these stories about these women, get far away from these women when you see these red flags and you see them doing things like that. Get away from these women, because what I'm going to get at the end of me telling you everything that these women, is not good. So just get away. So we get in the mall. I brung it up though. I'm like, wait a minute, I told you not to bring me nowhere. Like, we're at the mall. She's like, girl, I'm just gonna grab a few shirts. No, she was saying, I'm just gonna look around. I'm not gonna grab, I'm just gonna look around. Listen, I used to play this little game with her. She used to watch me so closely, right? So I used to pretend like I didn't see her watching me, but I did the whole time. So we got in there, and I was like, oh, I want to go in the Aeropostale store. It was my idea. I was like, just to look at some shirts, since we just looking. Let me see what I'm going to come back and get. Let me see what I'm going to come back and buy. And I said, I'm a window shopper. Cause baby, you not finna steal my joy. You not finna make me feel some type of way. You not finna do none of that. Cause baby, I just told you, I just paid my rent. I just paid my lights. I just paid my bills. I don't have no grandma. I don't have, at the time, I ain't had no grandma, no boyfriend, no husband. My baby daddies was not helping me. Wasn't nobody helping me. My mama, daddy, sister, cousin, brother, auntie, uncle, wasn't nobody helping me. And all these people that I just named is people that's in your corner, okay? So keep that in mind. You got grandma, auntie, uncle, nay, day, godparents, fairy godmothers, and all kind of stuff. Stepmamas and so forth and on that you can call on. You know what I'm saying? So we get in there, and I see her watching me. So I'm like, why is she watching me? And I put my hand on the shirt. I'm like, oh, I'm going to come back and get this. Why she picked the shirt up? You know how you, okay, I'm getting, that's the shirt I'm getting. So I'm like, dang, she tripping like that. Like, oh my God, like this person is really obsessed with me. But the whole time, okay, I'm saying it to myself, but why aren't you getting away from these people, Vanessa? Because I'm telling you, these people do witchcraft. They try to have a strong hold on you, a strong hold on you. You get what I'm saying? That strong hold that they don't have no more. So I touch another shirt. Why she picked the same? She picked the shirt up that I touched, that I said I was gonna come back and get, and she bought both of them. So I was like, okay. So then I had a little situation. She wanna have the same little situation. I'm like, dang, I wonder if I do this right here, will she start doing this right here? So I started doing a particular thing. I remember I got it put you in the mind of a tennis skirt, but it got like ruffle, um, it had like ruffle flowers on it. Okay, she would have got the same skirt. It was doing the same particular thing that I was doing. Greening. And then she walked past me like she didn't even see me. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta go do my greens. I'm like, you was just riding with me doing my greens. And now you doing it. And I only did that just to see if she was gonna copy me, and she did. When I got this tattoo, after I got up, everybody was looking at me crazy. Her plan had worked. They thought that I was jocking her style. They thought that I was copying off of her. And the whole time I wasn't. That's why I did it. And I was so secure in doing it. Because it was my idea. You stole it from me. And just because you had the finances to get the idea that I created first, you thought I wasn't going to do it? Where they do that? You thought I was going to back down? Where they do that at? Where? This girl literally came to my house, stole my whole outfit like I wasn't going to know. Like I didn't just fold my pants up and my shirt up and put it in my closet. Because I'm very particular. I'm a recovered OCD person. Yes, I am. I'm one of those people that I have color coordinated my whole closet, my shoes. I am one of those people, if you come in here and you move this and you move it like that, I'm going to know that you moved it. So she would come to my house, steal my clothes, bury them, do witchcraft on them, whatever she was doing. Listen, these people put me through a lot, even her dad. They were supposed to come in and help me get a job and just, help me grow my own little business, and they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? He saw an opportunity where he was supposed to help me, but he said, I'm going to throw you to the wolves. One day, he just dropped me off at their little spot that they hang out and smoke and kick it at. Like, we go from, I was introduced to him through another one of my mentors. And this mentor was mentoring me the right way. And he said, I want to introduce you to some people. They're going to help you get your job, and they're going to help you start your little business and show you the ropes as far as how to grow a business and everything like that. They was in your situation. They was homeless before, blah, 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 blah. Because my mother had made me homeless at this time. So I met them. To me, they seemed like good, genuine people. We went out to eat. They was going to show me the ropes, get me a little job. He had nursing homes or whatever like that. And he was supposed to give me a job. And I just met other people through him. And then one day, he just took me to a house and dropped both of me and my kids off. But it was after he had a conversation with my dad, because he told me, he was like, oh, I ran into your dad the other day, and he was just talking to me, and he was telling me how he was giving me thanks for helping you out. He was telling me thank you for helping my daughter out. And I thought that was weird, because why are you telling another man thank you for helping my daughter when you're in a position to help your daughter, but you're not, because you're responsible for the witchcraft? You're responsible for the reason why I'm in this predicament. So of course you're not going to help me out. And you're going to notice that too. People that do witchcraft on you, they're not going to help you. Once you get in the situation that they've prayed for and spent money doing voodoo and going to the voodoo, they're not going to help you. And my dad spent money to knock my stability. My mother did too. That's why neither one of them helped me when I became homeless, because they like, that's what we've been praying. That's what we've been praying for, and that's what we've been paying for. That's what they was paying. They have a priest that they go to. They have a voodoo priest that my mother and my father go to specifically. They know who to go to get this done, this kind of work done. They know who to go to get this kind of work done. You want to make a court case go away, they know how to go to the root doctor and get that done. Or, you know, they want to put a spell on you and make you be clucking like a chicken or walking backwards. They know who to go to do all of these things. My mother and my father, they're heavy into spell work. Not good spell work either, the bad spell work. And then the phone dropped. The bad spell work. So I don't like how the lighting went like that. Okay. So I told my daughter all of these things. I expressed all of these things to her. They even tried to get me one time to fight this girl, and then they was telling me that she was talking about me, or she was saying something about me, and I'm like, really? About me? I'm like, I don't bother with nobody or whatever. And so we was riding in the car, and they stopped me by her job, and so I was like, well, just stop me by there. Let me see, like, what's going on. The thing about me is I'm not confrontational. Like, I just want to know what's going on. Like, that's how I am, and I have a real soft voice, so I tend to get talked over a lot. But hey, you hear me and you understand what I'm saying. So if you want to be a man and in your masculine energy and talk all rough and aggressive, hey, that's you, but that's not me. I'm a lady. I have a soft, reserved voice, okay? So I'm like, y'all can just stop me by there. Ain't no harm in seeing. So I stopped by there. I'm like, what happened? Where did we have a misunderstanding at? What wires got crossed, you know? And she was just like, oh, well, you know me better than that. You're going to have to come at me better than that. And I'm like, okay, so why are they saying that, like, you know, I guess me and your sister had something, a disagreement, and now you mad at me or what? Like, this is what they telling me. So that's why I'm stopping by here, just to hear your side of the story. Like, you know what I'm talking about now? And she like, well, yeah, you and my sister had words or whatever, but I ain't tripping off that, you know, da-da-da. You know, I said, yeah, because I was just playing with your sister. Like, everybody was out there joking, and that's the thing that I noticed about being around them. It's like 10 of them, and they in this little clique, they in this little group. They argue and they fight with each other all the time, and then turn around and barbecue together. They argue and fight with each other all the time, turn around and babysit each other. They argue and fight with each other and always turn around and da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm thinking I'm getting knitted into this family, so it's like, I could say little jokes too, like, girl, look at your how what opinion, you know, because they always joking with each other and cracking on each other. So I gave it a shot that night, and it didn't go well. It's like, she took it serious. I had to explain to her that I'm just playing like everybody else playing, and she just didn't want to accept that I was just playing like everybody else was playing, and I was just joking around. And I knew then, I'm like, okay, well then that's messed up. Everybody can joke around and say what they want, but then when I joke around and I say something, it's like y'all take it to heart and y'all want to fight and y'all want to attack me. Like, what kind of shit is this? Like, all y'all is not blood. Y'all not related for real. Like, you a friend of the family. So it's like, what's really going on? I'm a friend of the family too. Y'all calling me y'all god sisters supposedly. So she said what she said. I said, you know, I respect that or whatever. And I said, I don't have a problem with you and your sister. I was just joking around like everybody else was joking around. You know what I'm saying? So I got in the car and I had to use the bathroom. So I was like, can y'all take me to use the bathroom or whatever? And they started a rumor about that. She said she was going to slap the piss out of me, and I was scared. And, you know, they would just do and say the nastiest things, but this is what it boiled down to. Me and Miss Kyria ended up exchanging words. You know, we got into our first little argument, even though I had been telling her little things, because like I said, she would come to my house and her daughter would come to my house and she would leave. And I would have her daughter. A lot of the times I had her daughter or whatever. I didn't mind because I'm a homebody. I like kids. The little girl wasn't that, you know, big of an issue. And she didn't do it a lot. Get what I'm saying? She didn't do it a lot. And me being family oriented and loyal, I didn't mind. You know what I'm saying? If I had somebody that I could trust, my sister or my god sister, and I feel like, hey, I could just run off and go for a few hours and know that my child is safe with you, they're gonna get fed, they're gonna get taken care of, I would definitely take advantage of that. Most definitely. You know? So like I said, she didn't do it a lot, but she did it, often. She did it enough for me to count it up about five times. And to me, that's five too many because I never did it once with her. So I just began to notice, different patterns and things like that. And like I said, we got into it, and me and Miss Yanni riding one day, and she was like, "Oh, you and Kyrie better stop beefing because she went and got a gun." And I was like, yeah, it ain't that serious what we going through. I'm like, so in my mind, I'm like, so she got into it with so and so, why she ain't go get no gun? She got into it with so and so, why she ain't get no gun? But my response to her was, okay, you know what I'm saying? But warnings come even through your enemies. Warnings always come through your enemies, really. So boom, we riding later on that night. We get a phone call. Her and her old man or whatever, her and her baby daddy got into it. He was rough housing her. We gonna say rough housing, okay? So you know me, I'm like, let's pull up. And I remember her looking at me like, I just told you she went and got a gun for you, and you ready to pull up and see like what's going on with her? Is hands getting put on her? Was you need to get her somewhere safe or whatever? And that's what I said. I said, what if she need a ride from over there or whoop whoop whoop? Because I'm thinking like back on that, this my god sister. Like we had an argument. Because wouldn't that be the natural thing to do? Like if you only had a brain or if you had a heart. So when we got there, she was like, oh, we heard such and such was over here trying to be rough on you and stuff. And she was like, oh, no, I'm good. I went and got my gun. I got my piece. I got my little piece or whatever. So I'm good. I'm good. And she looking at me talking about, oh, yeah, I went and got my little piece, my little gun or whatever. So I'm good. I don't need no help. I don't need no help. So in my mind, I'm like, dang. Her sister was not lying. Shorty done went and got a whole scrap. So I'm like, okay. So God was like, that's a violation right there. That's a violation. You get into it every other week with people in your family. You'll never purchase no gun. You get into it with this person, that person. You don't never purchase no gun. But you get into it with me, go purchase a gun. And then your sister told on you that you went and got it specifically for me because she warned me to stop beefing with you because you went and got a gun. So everything that I'm saying, I express this to my daughter. I'm like, yes, you don't want no friend like her. She would sit up there and try to steal your identity. She would sit up there and try to steal your work. She would sit up there and try to be you. But I'm like, she was trying to be me. Then she'll sit up there and try to belittle you. She'll sit up there and try to gaslight you. Then when you need them the most, I remember one time my lights was off and she didn't want to help me. She went out to eat and went out for drinks, yada and whatever. And the people that I was going to church with had helped me out or whatever. And they was just showing me like, look at her. Like, how do you consider these people to be your friend when you need help and you over here at my house and we not even friends, but we go to church together. And so they was dropping clues or whatever. And one thing about my evil mama, one thing about my witch mom, she know another evil entity. And moms, they just know, period, just by having those once you become a mother, you get Some do and some don't. You get those motherly instincts, but one thing about it, and two things for sure, she know other evil people like her. And she told me that Miss Kyrie Wilson, Miss Yanni Wilson, those are not your friends. I would not consider those to be my friends. When people tell me stuff like that, especially people in my family, I take heed, because my brother, God bless the dead, both of them was told the same thing. Sir, that's not your friend. I told my brother the same thing. Sir, that's not your friend. And the same person that I said is not your friend is the one that killed my brother. So with that being said, bing, ding, 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 I took heed to that. And then God spoke to me. God said, you need to cut these people off, because they're going to always continue to try to drag you and drain you and try to pull you down. You need to cut these people off. What I have for you, they can't go and they can't be connected to you. I told my daughter all this, and I'm like, is you can get good friends even if you have to wait and be patient, because you know we lived in a good area, but it's the people. You can move in a rich neighborhood and then have the worst neighbors ever. It's just neighbors is neighbors. You cannot help who you move next to, and it was mixed with that, and it got funky, like the Jamaican man used to say. Stuff be getting really funky. I said, oh my goodness. But I expressed to my daughter numerous of times everything that these women had did to me, how, even their dad, he did not help me get a job. They wouldn't give me a job, but they wanted to come by and, bird feed me. Oh, treat me like orphan Annie. Oh, you need some change? You need anything? Oh, they used to come by and, take me to the grocery store, take me to get toilet paper, spend a little $25 on me on toilet paper and, napkins and stuff like that. Why? You could just give me a job. Y'all have successful businesses. You could just give me a job. Like the rest of them have jobs at y'all company. Like Mr. Hackmeyer thought that y'all was gonna give me, but after he had that talk with my dad, he dropped me off to Carrier and Yanni. That was my first time meeting them, and I just got dropped off, and I was just really uncomfortable. Didn't know where the hell I was. Didn't understand, like, why the hell is he dropping me off over here with, it's like 8 people that I don't even freaking know, with me and my 2 children. And when he dropped me off, he was like, y'all watch her for a few hours, like I'm a handicapped ass kid. I was like, watch me for a few hours? Why can't you just take us back to our hotel room? Why are you dropping me off at a stranger's house? Why? Because it was a setup. So once she said that with the gun, I just kind of fell back from her. I was really, really not interested no more in being around her, being nowhere near her. I was disgusted. I just felt like that was the final straw, and I was even going to church, and this person would follow me to church, and I remember being healed at church. I remember the first time feeling forgiveness for, my brother's murderers. I said I want to go ahead and forgive them, because I just felt like the pain that I was carrying, the hatred that I was carrying for my brother's killers, it was eating at me. It was taunting at me. It was doing something to my character. And I remember being healed and in that church by that pastor that spoke on unforgiveness. And when he spoke on unforgiveness and it aligned with everything that I was feeling, I was like, yeah, that's what I be doing. Yes, that's what I'm carrying. I'm carrying poison in my body. I knew I was, because the way my body would react, the way my mind would react, the way everything, I just knew it. And so I instantly became healed. I instantly, after years and years of unforgiveness, I was able to forgive my brother's murderers. And not only that, I was able to raise my hand and stand up in front of the congregation and express that I had been healed, um, through his story, through his teaching of unforgiveness. And I just want that to be clear too, and put that out, that I have forgiven. And if you see this video, I forgive you, and I have forgiven you for everything that you've done. And I've also forgiven myself for putting myself in these situations. But God said it was so that I put you in these situations until I tell you that your mission is done and that your mission is complete, and to turn these people loose. And that's just what I did. I stayed in there until, and God said, and God allowed every whip and every lie and every scandal and every witchcraft that they tried to stir up. He allowed it, because he said, when I tell you to get out, you go, and don't be connected to these people anymore. And so I did. But one thing about witchcraft, it's like, when people are doing it on you, it's so easy for you to go back to those people. And I went back, I was just like kind of communicating with them. And then all of a sudden, God said, let me show you something. Let me show you again what they was doing. Because that's what they do. They throw magic, and they'll make you forget everything that they had done. They'll make you forget it, and they'll make you feel like, oh, it's just a fresh start. What happened? Nothing happened. It's like you got amnesia about I got amnesia about her leaving her womanly. I'm talking about this it was soaked and wet. It wasn't no white. You know how this the pad, and this we bleed this little bit and we go change it? No, this whole pad was red, full of blood. And now God, once I detached from these people, he began to reveal to me that everything that I was feeling was true. Everything that I was saying was real. He kept revealing to me the things that they was doing and saying behind my back, and how they didn't want me to prosper, how they didn't want me to succeed. He showed me a vision of how she was looking at me when I said I was healing, I was whole. She was staring at me like, this some off a movie, I swear to you not. Like, she was, I'm talking about staring at me like, bitch, how dare you heal from some shit like this? How dare you be able to speak up and talk and communicate and everything like that? And I just was boom, 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 picking up on her, picking up on it. And she was actually in church. Her and my daughter was actually in church when a prophesy was made about my life and who I would be and what I would do. She was in the church that day, but she was already attacking me. She was already spiritually attacking me. I began to work out to get back in shape. I've always been athletic. I've always been a workout outdoor. I've always been athletic. Trying to stop you, right? She literally, oh, I want to work out with you. I want to work out with you. There was a track right across the street from my house. I told her, okay, meet me there at 9:30, 8:30, whatever, once you get the kids on the bus to school. She comes, and I told her, look, these people, they stalking me. They no longer able to stalk me. I told her straight up, I say, listen, I am athletic. I work out all the time. You're not going to be able to keep up with me. I'm not going to be able to keep up with you. Do what you can at your pace, not my pace. Don't try to keep up with me. Work at your own pace. This girl did one lap. One lap. Hindering spirit. Oh my God. This girl did one lap. These cars is already, look, these cars ain't playing. Ops. Hidden, hindering spirits. And that's just what this message is about. This lady sat up here and acted like she fell and sprained her ankle. She holding her ankle. Oh my God, oh my God. I was already doing a slight, no, I was already doing a light jog. So I get to her and I'm like, you okay? No, I sprained my ankle. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. You gotta help me back to the house. You gotta help me back to the house. I'm like, literally, you just literally messed up my whole workout. Look at this. Look at this. Literally, you just messed up my whole workout. Look at this. This is what she was telling people I had, or acting like I had some type of addiction. Look at this. Just toxic. Just, listen. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So, she would do things like that. All right, let's fast forward back to my daughter. So my daughter is obsessed with getting with people who don't like me, the ops, right? So when she would run away, it would be with people that didn't like me, with adults that didn't like me, and they would use the justice system to try to come up against me. They used to try to, give me all these CPS cases and, calling she would run away and call CPS on me. And I'm like, if you're so happy where you at, why are you bothering me? Why are you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gone. You're safe, supposedly, from, whatever it is you feel unsafe about being with me at home. So you're fine. So why are you bothering me and my other children? So she began to do that, and she got involved with a gang. She pulled them in. So the grown women that she was running away with, they began to gang stalk me. I would come home from work, and they would just be chilling. Once they seen what time I got off and thought they had my routine down, they would always be outside chilling whenever I got home. At first, I did not know where my daughter was. She ran away. I did not know where she was. When I became aware of where she was, I called the police. I tried to get my daughter back. My daughter would come home. She would run right away again back to this adult's house. I would get the police involved. My daughter would run from the police, get arrested. I would have to go down there and get her. As soon as we got back to the apartment complex, she would get out of my car and run, flee. She had about 5 different apartments that she could, run in and out of in the complex. These are adults that allow their children to sell their bodies as long as they split the profit with them. They're into trafficking here. They're into exploiting their teenage girls for money, drugs, clout. They're into dark magic here. They're into dark, demonic rituals. God brought all this to my forefront. And she just basically started doing this because, like I said, I was breaking generational curses. I was breaking generational cycles. I was healing. I was evolving. I was elevating mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. I was homeschooling my children. I was leading them, guiding them in the right direction. I had them enrolled in ballet. I had them enrolled in tap dancing. I had them enrolled in gymnastics for 2 years. Like I said, I started her 3 different businesses, and she left all these businesses because she has this type of mentality that I will ruin you, I will ruin myself because I know by ruining myself will ruin you. Because my daughter's smart. She knows that, kids are a reflection of their parents, and, and she's one of those people. You know, I have to be honest with myself, because when I wasn't being honest with myself, my daughter almost took me out. She fixed me some hot tea one night. She says, "Mama," and this is one thing about my daughter, she's a psychopath, serial killer, and she accepted, she signed a deal with my mother and my family to go against me, and I knew she would, this is how I know she was a psychopath. Whenever she would attack me, she would always have a speech for me. Earlier that day, she would always give me a hug, and she would say, "Mama, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna work on our relationship. Mama, I see you trying and everything, and I just need to try more too. And you really ain't. We can fix this relationship." And I knew then something bad was coming, because every time she would say that to me, she would do something devilish. And when she said that to me that night, I was looking at her like this, like, I'm tired of falling for this man. As a mother, for your child to play on your heartstrings and know how to do it, because you are vulnerable and you're open, because you want a relationship with your child so bad, so you let your guard down. And a few hours later, she said, "Mama, you want me to fix you some tea?" "And you'll come watch a movie with me?" I say, "Yeah." So she fixed me some tea. I'm watching a movie. I drank the tea. I got a bad splitting headache. I had to go lay down. As soon as I laid down, I was knocked out. So she gave me something from somewhere out of the community, from somebody, I don't know. But I fell asleep deep, hard, fast. It was like knockout. And when I woke up, my kids was knocked out to the point where I felt like she gave them some of whatever she gave me. Because on the weekends, my kids can hang. They can hang out now on the weekends. My door was wide open, and she left me a note. And I couldn't understand why she left the door unlocked, because she could have locked the bottom lock. You can't lock the top lock, but she could have locked the bottom lock to make sure me and my kids was left safe. You know what I'm saying? And she left me a note saying, "Oh, we just grew apart, and we just don't get along." And I'm like, "What the? You are a child. Who are you to say we don't get along, and you're leaving? You're running away. Then you run away. I don't know what apartment she in, but she all at the corner store stealing. They pulling me to the side when I come in there. Oh, we have your daughter on camera stealing. She was with some lady. I can't believe your daughter is turning out like this. You are such a good mom. You come in here all the time with your little girls." I'm like, yeah, she got involved. She got involved with these type of people. She got involved with people that have addictions. She got involved with toxic people. She got involved with hindering spirits. And once they seen me, it was like fresh meat to them. I remember the first time that I saw the lady that, because after a while, it's like the lady just wasn't going to stop. She wasn't respecting me. I went to her like a woman, like, "Hey, can you stop taking my daughter in? If all y'all stop taking my daughter in, she'll come home. She won't have no choice but to come home and clean her room," because I say that's all I'm asking her to do is clean her room. I got pictures in my phone. She would literally just trash the room. And when it was time for her to clean up, I don't know what that means, but anyways, hater, gang stalking. More gang stalking, like I said, I'm being gang stalked on all of my platforms. That's why I'm coming out with this shit. Because my family is, they think I'm finna keep going. No, it stops now because you done got my offspring involved, you done got my daughter involved, and they think that they can come up against me and be my ops just because y'all made it okay, because y'all made it a sport. And no, it's stopping now. So I mean, they thought it was a game. They ran this psycho experiment on me. At first I was crying, I was hysterical, I didn't know where my daughter was, I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating. But after I realized, hold up, she laughing at me? She laughing at the fact that I'm up all night crying. She laughing at the fact that I'm calling the police to see have they found my daughter. She laughing at the fact that she sees me literally riding the streets and looking for her. I even made posters. I got her missing posters. I'm posting them up all at the bus stops, all at the corner stores, the gas stations, the food restaurants, all the spots around our house. And when I found out, she laughed in my face. Because my daughter, I caught her, and she ran from me. This witch coming. She ran from me, and when I heard her laugh, her and her friend, I say I'm done. And when she poisoned me, when she put me to sleep, I say I'm done. And God said be done too, because if you keep on, she gonna hurt you seriously. Lo and behold, I come home, I see some boys in the neighborhood that don't belong in the neighborhood. They just don't belong. They look like jack boys. So this is when things get real, because I had to got me some protection, and I was not worried about them. I wasn't, because it had got just that serious. And look, I pulled this card. They put you in danger, because that's how serious it got. Because Spirit told me this person is going to be in with the in crowd, and they're gonna do whatever the in crowd wants to do to you. So they wanted to come in and rob me. She convincing these men, oh, go in there, rob my mama, take her jewelry, do. She got this, she got that. Trying to amp people up to look my way. Because you got to remember, go back and listen to the other testimony. As I'm telling you, people were speaking highly of me. And now people are like, oh yeah, let's set her up. Oh yeah, let's get a kick out of, CPS being called on her. Oh yeah, let's get a, and it's crackheads. And look, I look over here, and this is the first card on top of the deck. This is who coming after me. Crackheads. Right? And I'm going to say this like this. Right? No disrespect. I'm not judging you for being a crackhead. But where you draw the line at is where you want to act superior to me. Where you want to act like you're overpowering me. You're You know what I'm saying? This is who my daughter got coming after me. Unhealed people trying to tell me what to do with my daughter. The whole time she ran away, but she telling people I put her out. And at this point, the police don't care no more, because they know the truth. They know that she keep running away, so they don't care no more. CPS, they don't care no more. They got to the bottom of it. They went to the school. The school told them that I was a good mother. She's a disobedient child. She's a disrespectful child. She disrespected teachers. She's been suspended multiple times. She does this. She does that. They got all this information on what she do, and even at her new school, they got information on what she do, how she skips, she go in the bathroom, she fornicates in the bathroom, she does all kind of stuff. You know, she does stuff in the classroom. She brought a blanket to school and was doing whatever. Okay, so they thought this was a free for all. These people don't take care of their kids. They human trafficking their kids. If their daughters is 15 and up, they down there at the corner store 12 a.m. As long as they bring their mom a couple of dollars and their mom can feed their addictions, they're cool with it. They're fine with it. So once I seen that this was an opportunity, an open door for me, I washed my hands with it, right? Because at first, she was getting the best of me. She linked up with people that's strangers that once looked up to me and had great things to say about me, and she was able to, you know, shift their minds. She was able to shift their way of thinking about me, and she became infatuated with that. She became infatuated with the power of having the ability to change someone's perception of you. She became obsessed with that, and she would do it repeatedly. And you know, I just moved on with my life because, like I said, the police didn't care anymore. There was nothing I could do except keep my other children safe from her, because she was abusing them and coming for them. So I was led by my angels to move out of that place because she was trying to set me up to get me robbed. Because once they seen that, you know, the cops really don't care. They just really sitting waiting to see who gonna take who out. Once they seen that the justice system don't care, once they seen that the child system, CPS system doesn't care, they just kept gang stalking me. I didn't know where she was one time, and then she took the lady's vape or something, and the lady come bum 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 bum. I'm like, what? I'm getting ready to take my girls to gymnastics practice, and she like, your daughter done stole my vape. I'm like, I didn't even know my daughter was at your house. Thanks for telling me. I took my daughters to practice, and when I got back, I handled my business. I called the police, got them involved, got my daughter. She ran away again that night. And she knows they don't care. She knows nothing can be done about her continuing to run away. And then things just kept getting more dangerous and more dangerous because they know no one cares. So they kept trying to put me in dangerous situations. They wanted me to go to jail, trying to provoke me. But I just used to walk right past them like, whatever. I go to work, I come home, I go shopping, I take my kids to do what they need to do. Yeah, my daughter knows that I have special abilities. I even tried to warn my daughter that she was going down the wrong path. Look, crackheads again. Crackheads. This is who my daughter had coming for me, and they want to try to be a better mother. These are people that's really slow. Grown women that's really slow. But they these jobs, you know, these jobs, they let these jobs and these certifications, that don't mean nothing, because if you were so smart, you could use that certification as common sense, but you can't use that certification as common sense because common sense comes within, and y'all don't know how to go within, so that's where you have a problem. You have a glitch. You have a glitch. You have to go to a book. I don't have to go to a book to get any type of knowledge. I don't have to go to a book to get any type of knowledge. And I told my daughter straight up, you're going in the wrong direction. I left, I moved because she wanted to go with some strangers, be with strangers, team up against me in the worst way possible. So I ain't even bothering them. They writing on my cars with chalk and writing. And I'm just like, look, gang stalking. So, let's fast forward this good old story, this good old testimony. And like I said, to the outsiders, this is not to put you down, but this is the truth. And, you know, and this is in reverse. Y'all mad because y'all can't stop me. And that's another thing. What are y'all so anxious? What are y'all so busy trying to stop me from getting? What are y'all so busy trying to stop me from knowing? Because it's like this cycle that my family wants me to repeat, and I'm not repeating. And by making this video right here is just to pretty much let you know I am not repeating any cycles. I know who y'all is. The only reason why I kept repeating cycles because I was pretending like I didn't know who y'all was. I was trying to, you know, turn a blind eye to y'all being sick in the head. Y'all are sick in the head. Y'all feed and y'all faith. Y'all feed and y'all fast off y'all own. Yeah, they had everyone food, but not no more. Y'all not having everybody food no more. Everybody is mindful of what y'all doing, what y'all done. And I just want to say that, like, I had to do what was best for me. After doing what was best for my children for so long, after doing what was best for, you know, people in my family so long, I said I had to do what's best for me. And I had to do what I was called to do. And God was calling me to leave that place, that city, that town, because, you know, some things you have to watch from afar. You have to leave people right where they have you fucked up at. And my daughter had me fucked up. I forgive my daughter and I love her deeply, but I've never in my life, you know, heard of anything like this happening. I haven't talked to any other parents that, you know, yeah, your daughter just, you know, normally your daughter run away with with another group of friends, or, you know, or it's really just not happening now because ain't nobody trying to take in no whole teenager. Like, where you get somebody whole teenager from? Like, I just never, even in my years of growing up, it just, sometimes people have made arrangements for the child to stay with the grandma, but that's made arrangements. That's, you know, so like I said, once my daughter seen that she was no longer affecting me by gang stalking me, she was no longer affecting me by being with these toxic people, being in the in crowd, prostituting, just running wild, being a rebel, trying to kill people, trying to have me knocked off. And I just, yeah, God hit me in plain sight. I moved on with my life, right? And my daughter moved on with her life. She lived with the lady. The lady, they forwarded my signature, my rights. They signed my rights over to her and was supposed to be getting her in school, but never did. But they was in the club, and this comes from somebody that knows the lady that my daughter had and everything like that. So to make a long story short, they was drinking one night and the lady ended up stabbing the other girl to death in front of my daughter. I believe my daughter instigated the whole thing because you could have stopped her. The lady was trying to look. They was prostituting, the two of them, the lady and my daughter. You know, they fought in the house, and then the lady got out of the house and she was trying to make her way to her car to leave, and the lady came out and stabbed her to death with a kitchen knife. And I just know that you just sitting there watching because I know my daughter. I know she's an instigator. I know she likes blood, you know. But what they don't like is how I outsmarted them all. I knew that my daughter would retract, and my daughter would reveal to me everybody in my family that has been betraying me over the years. Okay? Because of which they're gonna go back to the coven. They're going to go back to the coven. Always remember that when somebody is doing witchcraft on you and things like that, and then who they go back to, who they retreat to, who they get their help from, that's the person that's been behind the scenes doing witchcraft, and they've been helping also. So my daughter, after the lady did what she executed the lady, she abandoned my daughter with somebody who my daughter don't know, but the lady took her in. Okay. The lady contacted me. At first, I was not seeing the messages because I am not on Messenger a lot, and sometimes I even delete that app off of my phone. So at first, I was not seeing the messages, but as soon as I saw the messages, I reached back out to my daughter. I thought she was, in a better state, and she actually was. They told me everything that I just told y'all. That's where I got the information from. But I let her know that my daughter was trying to kill me straight up. My daughter was trying to take me out, and I would like for her to stay with you for a couple months and get on her feet and us bond and try to remend and everything from a distance, because I know my daughter is a psychopath, a serial killer. And I will make sure, before we get face to face, she ain't playing about being a peaceful person or in a peaceful place or anything like that. And the lady agreed. The lady was respectful. She was, she saw my daughter's side of the story, and she saw my side of the story, and she understood both sides. She was a little frightened, but, after I told her the attempts of what my daughter was trying to do to my life and how she had been doing this and doing that, but she still agreed, and so it was a good move. My daughter, I sent her her birth certificate, and I sent her her social security card, and she was saying that she wanted to get a job, and the lady said that she could help her with a job, and everything was set. She was supposed to get a job, save up her money, and I was going to send for her. Right, so about 2 months in, she still ain't got the job. She still ain't enrolled in school. She ain't did nothing with the birth certificate or nothing, So, the middle of my head itching so bad. It's itching real bad. But and she turned around and stole from the lady. So the lady ended up putting her out. She stole a necklace and hid it inside of a sock in the daughter's room, and they found it. I always smell my hair to make sure it smells good, and it do. So she went back to my ops, the people that was calling CPS on me, the people that was gang stalking me with her. Not the lady that stabbed, but like I said, it was other women also in the community helping her out when she would run away and things like that. Other kids' parents that she was giving her body to, they was helping her. So she went back to her, and when she reached out to me, she was a different person. Like, I'm going to try to insert the text messages when she was with the lady that did not have a problem with me versus the text messages she sent me at the lady house that hates me. Okay. She in the text messages, oh, Mom, I wanted to work. I made mistakes, blah, 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 blah. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to work on it, blah, 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 da, da, da. She's sending me pictures of her doing hair, pictures of her doing braids, telling me, she hasn't forgot everything I taught her. And look, murder on my mind in reverse. Stuff like that. So now she with this lady. That did not like me. Tried to call CPS on me. Now this lady, she does coke. She does crack. She prostitutes. She allows her daughter to prostitute. And she got some type of sickness, some type of illness. And she takes my daughter in and allow my daughter to you know, do what her and her daughter does. I gotta stop it. So, when she contacted me, she was like, I need this paperwork signed. And matter of fact, I still got the text messages. I think I got those because I had deleted some stuff, but she contacted me angry, furious. Oh, I need you to fill out this paper right now, and I ain't effing around with nobody, and I need my money from, if you filed me from income tax, I need that money so I can buy me some clothes. I ain't effing around with people no more, and I ain't taking no from nobody. And I'm like, this is what I wanted to see right here. This is what I wanted. This is why I did not just go ahead and hurry up and send for you. Because I knew it was all a joke. I knew it was. I told her, I said, you back over there with them people I don't mess with. You back over there with people that call CPS on your mama. You back over there with people that came up against me. You're not trying to change then because you had a opportunity to get a job and get back in school and save your money so I could send for you, and you chose to steal from the lady. I said, you think we didn't talk about it? Yes. Yes. I contacted her. She contacted me. She let me know you stole and she had to put you out. So you burnt that down. You burnt that opportunity like that for what? Because it worked out. Because it worked out. And me and the lady was communicating. We was getting along. She could hit my line. I could hit her line. If she needed any information from me, she was able to call me. If I needed any information on my daughter, I was able to call her. I was able to text her and talk to my daughter. Me and my daughter was talking to each other. We was communicating with each other. And then she just go and steal and get put out. So she called me, cussed me out, and I told her, no, you need to get your life together because you with a group of people that don't like your mama. And as long as you keep messing with people that don't like me, I'm not having no dealings with you. I'm not having no dealings with you because people that don't like your mama and you friends with them and you cool with them, no, we not. That's what the world done came to, but that's not what we coming to. That's not what I'm coming to. That's not what I'm. That's not what I'm coming to. That might be what you coming to, but not me. Not I. I'm not coming to that. Why you sitting up trying to stop me? Why you've made it your mission? My daughter has signed the contract, making it her mission in life to try to stop me, and then she got with these pimps and these hoes out in Houston, and she know how to manipulate. She thinks she is such a crafty little witch, and she know how to manipulate words, and she know how to hurry up and get you wrapped up in her words and wrapped up in a sentence. She'll hurry up and ask you a question when she's supposed to be getting questioned. She'll hurry up and do things. She did some other things out there in Houston. She got in contact with my ex. Her and my ex was even working together to try to bring me down. She started sleeping with my ex. Her and my ex was working together as far as trying to bring me down, as far as tapping my phone, as far as putting cameras in my house. My ex started coming around me and he would repeat everything that I was saying on the phone with somebody else. He would repeat the whole sentence to me. Everything that I just said to somebody else on my phone, he would say that whole sentence to me. And, you know, he secretly recorded us having intercourse. He shared it with the community. He shared it with my daughter. They all laughed because I'm not a prostitute. So, you know what I'm saying? They don't have no way to make no money off of me. So they exploited me without my permission. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think they willing to be recorded to make some money to do that. So, you know, this person came in and he was an agent. He was sent to me to try to love bomb me, make me fall in love, and tried to ghost me. But on the back end, on the spiritual end, he was doing witchcraft on me. He was doing magic on me. He was doing love spells on me. He was doing beauty spells on me. He was doing womb magic on me. I had really met a real warlocks out there in Houston. And you know, I introduced him to my kids or whatever. So the store that my daughter used to prostitute at, he went there and he met her or whatever, and they linked up. And they think I don't know, but I know, and I know because of my special abilities, and I know because these type of people, they like to tell you what they gonna do, and they know that you're not gonna believe them. And so that's what serial killers do. They'll tell you like, oh, I sure would like to eat your fingers, and then lo and behold, what do you know, like, you literally done got in a situation where this person done, what is it, Jeffrey Dahmer you. Like, he literally sitting there and done cut your damn hands off because he done got you to his house. He done sedated you with some type of tea or something. Pay attention to the story. And now he eating your damn fingers. And that's what serial psychopaths do. They like to put it up in the victim's face. So my daughter, like I said, she was in and out, running away. I could not, you know what I'm saying? Just like I told the police, what y'all want me to do? Tie a rope around? Y'all want me to tie her up to the chair? I can't do that. She gon' run. Like, they don't even care no more. But my daughter kept running away, right? And one time she came to me, and she talking to me, cause she just running away out in the community. So the first thing she say to me is, "Oh, you talk to so and so. Oh, you talk to D. You still talk to D?" And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, just play stupid. So I'm like, yeah, girl. She was like, oh, you better be careful. You don't want to get yourself played. Now, why would a 16-year-old be asking me about my boyfriend and then telling me that I better be careful so that I don't get myself played? I have not seen you in a whole month. Your hair is sticking all up of your head. You know what I'm saying? You do not look like in your right state of mind. But you sitting here telling me that I need to be careful so that I don't get myself played by my supposed to be boyfriend. Okay. So at this point, he's in on it too. You know, selling our sex videos on the dark web that I did not give permission to. Just trying to break my spirit, and I still refuse to be broken because I did not give permission. I did not give consent. I didn't even know I was being recorded until he would say little stupid things that let me know that, you know, he was recording me. He was selling my pictures. Like, he would always be thirsty for pictures. Send me pictures. And I'm like, you know how you like, I don't do that. And I was like that with everybody I had ever dated or ever talked to. Like, I'm like, I don't do pictures. But with him, I was like, I do pictures. And like I said, I'm just being honest. I'm going to be real about me and the mistakes that I make too. Like, all of a sudden, for this nigga, I did pictures. And I would send him pictures, and I know now that God bring it to my attention and my angels bring it to my attention that he was selling my pictures on the dark web. He was secretly recording us have intercourse. He would have like a camera like in his watch or in his chain, a little small camera hidden in his chain or whatever. And the things that he would say and things like that, like he was talking to an audience while we were having. He'd be like, there she go, y'all. And I'm like, I'm looking around like, that's what I mean. Like, they get slow. They say what they're gonna do right in front of you. They tell you what they doing because they think that you're slow to even be put in a position like that. But you gotta think about it. Like, I'm thinking it's my boyfriend. I'm thinking like we locked in. I'm thinking like, and this is somebody who I already had knew. And that be the thing too. It be people you knew. I already knew. So, you know, she think I don't know about that, but I do. I know that they were sleeping together. I know that they was getting money together. I know that they was setting people up or whatever. They was doing everything that I wasn't willing to do, and he thought he was turning into a pimp and everything like that. So, but the fact of the matter is, she ended up coming where I'm located, but to my old hometown where I'm originally from, where I left my mom, my dad, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles. I left all those toxic people that didn't accept me for who I was and who I am. They didn't appreciate me. They didn't appreciate the love and the time and the effort. And so it was easy for me to walk away from those things when God told me to walk away from it. And I started getting dreams and visions and a lot of downloads, a lot of dreams. My angels was talking to me heavy about Miss Carrier and saying how she was setting me up and just telling me certain things she was doing behind the scenes, and I had no idea that in the front that these are the things that she was doing, everything that my angels was telling me about. So I got online and I typed up some things and I said some things about my family or whatever, and it shook them, and I had no idea what was going on. I knew that my family was getting ready to betray me again because my daughter's sick, so it's like it's a cycle. Like every 5 years or they try to restart me. And I mean by restarting me by starting me over as far as stability. If I gotta always focus on somewhere to live and finding somewhere to stay, how am I gonna grow? How am I gonna heal? How am I gonna do my purpose? How am I gonna do my mission? So they always start me over with trauma, and they always start me over with defaming my character, tearing my character down, identity swapping and things like that. So my daughter was transported from Houston to Florida without me knowing, and she was transported by someone in my ex's camp because I told him, I said, you think that I don't know that you don't know my daughter and the lady she was living with? You very much know them. You met them up there at that store. And when you met her, you knew she was my daughter because you met my daughter through me when you came to meet my kids, to meet my family. So, and my daughter has this Jezebel energy, and she feels like, yeah, if I sleep with who my mama's sleeping with, I'm on my mama level. I'm all that. I'm an adult. Blah 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 blah. Okay, whatever. You think that's gonna hurt me? That did not hurt me. That's just showing me that I am right. So as soon as I told him that, she magically got to Florida, right? But I'm not in the same town. I'm not in the same city as my hometown. I'm gonna call it little warlock town, right? Because the whole city is cursed. The whole city is nothing but witches and warlocks, and it's only like 20 people in the city, in the town. So they came up with this one last attempt to slaughter my name, slaughter my reputation, ruin my reputation, do humiliation rituals. So she went back to my hometown. She contacted everybody that was in my dreams, and God was telling me that they was about to betray me. She was staying with my brother, who I do not talk to because he is a warlock. He does evil magic. He believes in dark entities and things like that. And his wife, I do not talk. I told his wife personally through Facebook, you are blocked. That means if I block you on Facebook, you're blocked from my life, from my world, forever, for good. Right? I blocked my brother's wife, and I blocked Miss Carrier Gibson. They was on the same post, being messy, throwing rocks, hiding their hands, throwing subs, hiding their hands. I can read your energy. I can read into what you're really saying. And I said I had enough of fighting y'all spiritually intellectually, I'm done. And I got up underneath the post and I said, both of y'all blocked. And that's what I did. I went and blocked them. I left. I exit their life beautifully. Blocked. And that was in 2019. I have not spoke to these people since. Had no desire to speak to these people since. So my daughter goes to my hometown. And lo and behold, she gets with my brother. And no one contacts me. Because you know why? They're trying to build up a case. They're trying to get me locked up. They're trying to clone my daughter. They're trying to coach her. They're trying to bring it on home. And it's not happening. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. This is what got them scared. Y'all gonna have to go to my Facebook because I'm going to post all of the text messages between me and my daughter, but I probably can post it on here too. I posted a post about my brother and I had no idea he had my daughter. The whole time my family had my daughter and they did not tell me. So no one contacted me. I am friends on Facebook with my brother's brother. Both of his brothers are my friends on Facebook. Neither one of them contacted me and told me, hey, your child is here, blah, 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 blah. Nothing. Nobody said nothing. They kept it on the down low. They kept my daughter. You know, now she's walking the streets of where we made it out, smoking black and miles, doing things she shouldn't be doing, prostitute. You know, a reflection of when witchcraft goes wrong. You know, when witchcraft backfires and you are put in the same position that you wanted me to be in. You wanted me to be walking the streets, smoking black and miles, nowhere to go, burnt down my no ma'am, because I don't do that. I don't do that. My daughter wants to live my life so bad, so she said I'll start where you had to start, because it was times where I had to sleep on Miss Carrier's floor because I was homeless, because I didn't have nowhere to go. But God always provided and he opened up a door. And I remember one time I was sleeping on Miss Carrier's floor just to get my daughter back and forth to school, because I had just moved out of my house and I was in between getting my other apartment, and it, you know, that take like 1 or 2 months. So I was in between transitioning. So at the time I did not have my own place to call home. So yes, I did sleep on her floor or whatever, just so, and it was a cold floor too, just so I could walk my daughter to the bus stop, because they lived around the corner from me. So I didn't want to uproot my daughter from that school and put her at, what school was I going to put her at? Because I didn't have nowhere to go. So with them letting me sleep on the floor, I was able to keep her at the same school and, you know, just get up and walk her to the bus stop. So, and I'm just like, wow. For my daughter to end up living with her now, it is like, at first I was mad, but now I'm okay with it, because it's like God said I would make your enemies your footstool, and you were put in a situation where your family did magic on you. They wanted all the hardships to be on you. They wanted all the generational curses to be on you. They wanted you to carry the heavy loads of being a single mother. Nobody in the family wanted to help you out with your child, and look now, boom, your enemies is going to help you. And your enemies need to be gathered together in one sanctuary, in one situation, okay? We ain't got to go 30 minutes here, all 50 of them together, all 50 of my enemies together. I don't gotta watch my back. It's just a whole crowd right there. So when I made this post right here, I said my brother is a murderer. I said Joseph Hester is a murderer, and I said Jeanette Johnson is a murderer. I did not know he had my daughter, but I knew he was betraying me. So what he did was he went and dropped my daughter off at his brother-in-law's house, and he abandoned her. Right? Because if you, why you do all that if what I post ain't true? Mind you, then his daughter commented on the post that I made. She commented, wow, but never said anything about having my daughter. Never tried to talk to me about the situation or anything. So I'm just finding out because Miss Kyria Wilson texted me from her boyfriend's or baby daddy's messenger because, like I said, she has been blocked. And by the way, my daughter knows that my sister-in-law is blocked. My daughter knows that I don't deal with my brother. And my daughter definitely knows that how I feel about Miss Kyria and Miss Yanni and how they feel about me and how they tortured me, how they bullied me, how they put me in dangerous situations, and how I'm not finna take it no more. Okay? So, and to them, these would be fighting words. Oh, I don't know who you think you talking to. Hey. She has this deep, rough, manly, aggressive voice like, you're a bully, ma'am. It's that simple. You're a bully. You're not, that's all, a bully. Okay. So, he abandoned my daughter, and because he abandoned her because of that post. And because he just could not contact me and let me know that I had your daughter. And how he gonna contact me and he don't want to face me because I know the truth. He don't want to face me because I know the truth about you, your wife, Scooter. How your wife was sleeping with Scooter. She was. I saw it with my own two eyes. God allowed me to see it with my own two eyes. Her sleeping with Scooter. But you know, that's what y'all do. That's what y'all swangers, dangers, daggers do. And I know that y'all are very angry with me because I'm not evil like y'all. So y'all is obsessed with destroying something that you know about. And that's why when y'all go and y'all watch the other videos, y'all will see how sometimes it's not good to know things. Because if God would have told me that night when he told me their plan would not work, and I asked him what plan, if he would have told me their plan to kill you, I would have flipped out on them too. I would have flipped the whole car over. I would have started saying, oh, y'all think y'all gonna kill me? Oh, y'all think y'all gonna do something to me? And then that gives them the opportunity to be like, what are you talking about? We don't have any plans. All of a sudden they like smacking each other out. She know about the plan. What are you talking about? That's the first thing when you are right about what your angels and what God is telling you and what he putting on your chest to speak on and speak up about. That's the first question they gonna ask. What are you talking about? Because they think you dumb. They think you slow. They think you got intellectual problems. No. Nothing of that sort. So, when he abandoned her, Miss Kyria Wilson, you know, she struggles with identity confusion. And she thinks she me. And, you know, I've always worked with children. Like I said in the beginning of the video, my daughter's friends love me. I had also adopted 2 other teen girls. And, you know, I was basically mentoring, you know, girls. And like I say, these witches, my daughter's a witch, the person she with is a witch, and they go and they get these readings done on you, and they figure out your Akashi records, and they figure out what you got coming to you, and they try to stop it. And so these people, when they got readings done on me, they know who I am. They know what God is supposed to bless me with. And they've been trying to stop me this whole time. They've been down with, with OPP coming against me. They know that it's okay from my dad. They know that no heat's gonna come from my dad or my mom or my brother. But what about my angels? What about my ancestors? What about God? What about him? And see, they think it's okay to disrespect me because I speak my truth. I told Miss Kyrie, I say it's okay. You and my daughter suffer from identity crisis, identity confusion. Y'all think y'all me. And you know what her response was? Bitch, I don't think I'm you. I did not call you a bitch. I did not disrespect you. I simply told you the truth about you. And your response was, bitch. A bitch is a female dog that's in heat. I haven't had sex in over a year. Can you say the same? No. So, with that being said and saying this, these are not fighting words. When I speak for peace. I speak for truth. I'm standing up for everybody that's gone through what I'm talking about. When you speak, it's for war. Or when you want to hear me speak, you want to interpret it as war. No, it's nothing. It's no war about it. This is the truth. And the truth hurts. And the truth sets you free. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm being set free from a bunch of demons that think they can attack me and antagonize me and superior me and subpoena me and make me submit to you. Submit to you. This is my truth. Submit to you when everybody know how you keep your house. Nasty. You gotta wipe your feet when you go in, and you gotta wipe your feet when you come out your house. Everybody knows. So, when she took it upon herself to take my daughter in, I was not surprised. Like I said, I had a terrible dream that she was rallying up some people to try to attack me. They had on all black. And she had about 500 people with her. And they was in the dark. They was hunting. They was going through the woods. Like they was trying to hunt me down, track me down, right? And then all of a sudden, they had guns and everything. Then all of a sudden, red beams was just all over their body, their foreheads, their bodies, everything. And they got took out. I say, what the hell? Then it was another group of people in the same dream. They was trying to mess with me. They was trying to come after me and hunt me down and track me down and da-da-da-da-da-da. And God showed me where they was defeated. Then I got to this house and I was going through the house, and when I got there, the people was cheering for me. They was happy that I had made it there. They was like, we knew you was gonna make it. We knew you was gonna go. They had some fried chicken for me and everything, and I was eating that Popeye's chicken. I was like, ooh, I'm tired, because I done already had to fight like 3 sets of people. But I really didn't have to fight them. I was just getting away from them, and when I got away from them, it's like I was looking, God, I wasn't looking back, but I was able to look and see what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? They was chasing me with guns and chasing me to attack me and try to take me out, and they got taken out by the same thing they was trying to take me out with. Red beans. Then the other two sets of people, they got defeated. I got a ride from a stranger. They dropped me off at this house. It's like I knew to go to this house. It's like the house was right here, and then it was a long river on the side of the house. And when I got through the house, they was giving me chicken and everything like that. And then the ringleader, the ringmaster of the whole reason why people was attacking me and coming up against me. Now, this is my dream state, guys. I don't want to confuse y'all. This is my dream state. They say that it was two women, and they was like just talking to me, telling me, yeah, we got you. You good now. You all right. You gonna make it. You gonna be just fine. And the ringleader got there, right? And they said, you go ahead and get out of here. And I didn't even question. But guess who the ringleader was? My dad. Yes, he walked through that door. He had on all black. And they set him down like they was finna cheer him on, like, or give him something, baby. They pulled out a knife and as I was getting out the house, the front, I seen them going around back, baby, and they was throwing his body in that river. And when they threw his body in the river, he turned into a whole clown. He had a red nose. He had a white face. Like, literally, as they threw him, as soon as his body touched that water, he floated up to the top. He was a whole clown. He had white, red hair. The hairline started back here. He had on the nose, the boots, the shoes, the whole outfit, the whole clown outfit and everything. And I said, oh, my God. And I got him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And for this to come, and I had this dream way before this happened and everything. And if you go back on some of my readings, you will see me talking about this dream, how it's the same dream that I'm talking about. And you can go back and you can check my videos from, I think it's from like 2 months ago. And I'm just now finding out that, you know, she decided to take my daughter in because she saw my daughter walking the streets and everything like that. And she thinks that she's doing good. She thinks she's doing a good deed. And I don't. I think doing a good deed would have been to leave my child alone and allow her to contact me. Because like I said, as long as women like you, immature, you know, y'all get these titles that y'all don't even deserve because y'all are liked by a community of demons. You know, it's like nobody's telling y'all the truth about yourself. Nobody has told y'all the truth about yourself. So y'all think y'all cool and y'all got these little jobs, but you're rotten on the inside and you're rotten on the outside. And you got rotten thoughts and you want people to fail in life. And you prey on people's downfall. There is no coincidence that my daughter tried to take me out, and now she is with someone else who tried to take me out, and she linked up with my brother who is responsible for trying to take me out as well on a little vacay. Tried to get me beat up on a vacay. That's why it's good to not live your life to prove points to people. I ain't fighting you, but I didn't even plan on fighting, so I don't have a fight in me. I thought we came down here to Daytona to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And now she talking about she want to fight me. Talking about, come on, bitch, you couldn't even take my cousin. And I'm like, what is going on? They wanted me to fight so bad that night. I went out of town with my brother. And God revealed to me that he set me up that night, and they wanted me to fight so that they could take me out. And I said, I ain't fighting you. And when I said that, she said, that's why your brother died. That's why Jamal dead now. And I was like, Just go in the room, Vanessa. Just go in the room. Just go in the room because she threw a low jab to try to get me to snap. But in that moment, in that essence, I had to choose me. Am I finna try to prove to everybody that I'm gonna fight by my brother, I'm gonna fight by my brother's name and get myself hurt and get myself put in a situation, or am I gonna do what my brother really want me to do, what he told me to do before he passed away? My brother told me not to be fighting because these girls, they just want to steal your beauty. They only fighting you because you are beautiful. My brother told me that before he left this earth because he's still in this realm. Trust and believe he is my guardian angel. Because he said you are not a fighter and you are not a person that, like, my brother even told me, like, you're not a person that people should even want to fight. Like, if somebody want to fight you, he told me straight up, it's because they just want to steal your beauty. It's because they're jealous of you. It's no other reasons. Like, you are not no person that, like, you just make a bitch want to fight you. Like, you are so lovable. Like, you're so likable, you know. And I'm not a fighter. I'm not an aggressive person. So that's another thing. Like, he like, nah, if somebody want to fight you, it's only because they want to steal your beauty. It's only because they want to steal your beauty and mess your face up. And I took heed to that. And I seen the setup. I'm like, well, why won't your wife fight this girl for you? The girl done punched him in the mouth. And your wife won't fight for you? Y'all want me to come fight her. No, I want to do what the wife doing. The wife just sitting there acting like she mad, pretending like she mad, because everything is a stage. I want y'all to understand, when you're dealing with witches and warlocks, it's like they feel like they supposed to be some type of celebrities. They feel like they didn't get their chance. They feel like they didn't get their shine. So they make this world a low budget stage. They just do. It does not have to be high up elites. It does not have to be Hollywood. It's people right in the hood trying to clone off whatever they have. This girl, Miss Carrier Wilson, before cloning Tyrone even came about, she was trying to steal my identity, steal my swag, steal certain things that I say, steal my ideas. She already got the same tattoo as me on her back and had everybody thinking that it was me. She already was doing blood rituals, you know, leaving bloody pads at my house, her bloody pads at my house. She was already forming herself into trying to be me and to try to ruin my character. So for my daughter to be living with her now, it's like I said, at first I was in my feelings, but then after a while I'm like, God told me, he showed me this in a dream. That's why he showed me this girl kept bothering me in a dream. And then my angels and my ancestors kept saying her name, and they were saying that they was tired of her playing on my top, and they was tired of her playing with me. And I'm like, dang, I haven't even spoken to this person in like years, but my angels kept bringing her name. We tired of her because all the while behind the scenes they talking about me. They done took my daughter's story. Oh yeah, my mom is abusive. My mom beats me. My mom abandoned me. And they ran with it. They all on my Facebook. If I post a picture of me and my kids at the beach, she get up underneath the post talking about this is someone who abandons their child, and this is what a mother does that abandons their child. They go off and they have fun, and you know, she's telling this to my supporters, people that support me. If James get up underneath my picture and be like, beautiful, she texting James back talking about this is someone who abandons, go ahead, this is someone who abandons her daughter. That is gang stalking. That is gang stalking. And apparently nobody knows me, but people do know me, and they one thing that they do know, I'm gonna take care of my kids, and I'm gonna lay my life down for my kids. Like I said, I made mistakes as a parent. I absolutely have. And guess what? I apologize to my daughter for those mistakes that I made. I got counseling for me and my daughter. And guess what? I never made those mistakes again. And that's a way that you show somebody that you really genuinely have outgrown the mistake that you have made. But to tell someone you apologize and to continue to make that mistake as a person, as a parent, as a friend, no, you're not growing. You're not elevating. You're just saying you're sorry just to weasel your way in, just to do the same thing. So when this friend of me, Miss Wilson, contacted me, she stepped to me all kind of which ways wrong, right? She stepped to me like I'm a crackhead, y'all. Like I don't know how to take care of no kids. Hi, you always used to leave your child with me. Joe and Shay used to always leave my nieces and nephews with me, and I was fine with it. I was at the club, y'all was doing it. Baby, I was home doing the kids' hair, cooking like I'm my old goddamn granny, and I was only about 23 or 24 at the time. Could have been doing what y'all doing, finding a babysitter. No, you need to find you a babysitter, and I'm going to find me a babysitter, and you find you a babysitter for your. But no, I was the babysitter. So because these people know something about me that I know about myself, I know I'm supposed to work with children. I know I'm definitely supposed to work with teenagers. They want to ruin my reputation for that. They want to demolish that, and now you want to step up like you're a mentor and mentor my daughter, and my daughter is down with it because y'all want a generational curse to keep going. After I made a way out of that city, it was hard to get out of that town. I made so many mistakes in that town. What they say, a prophet ain't welcome in his own home. Nobody welcomed me there. I go to any city, any other city, and they welcome me with open arms. They see the good in me. They see the light in me. My family don't like me because I am of the light. They are of darkness. And that's just what it is. And I'm not beating them down because they of the dark. So why they trying to beat me down because they of the light? When my brothers and my sister-in-law was popping beans and drinking lean and drinking alcohol and getting drunk every day, I didn't judge them. Hey, I got kids, whatever flows, whatever. And I ain't gonna say I did not try. I tried it. And once I tried it, this was like in 2008 or 2009. I didn't try it no more because I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? These people like ecstasy. They like, you know what I'm saying? That's their choice of drug, ecstasy. Their choice of drug is a bottle of 738. Like, I'm soft. I'll take a glass of wine. You know what I'm saying? But I have been able to hang with the big dogs. I have been able to hang on. I have been able to get up off the porch now. I've been, you know what I'm saying? Before I elevated, translated, and woke up, I could drink you up underneath the table now. But now it's like I tried it. That wasn't for me. That wasn't, you know. And then when you drink like that and you're not healed, other things show up, like that real pain, that real hurt. Now, if I was to have like, I don't even drink hard liquor, but if I was, I would just start laughing and, you know, want to go shopping, because what's in you, once you start drinking, that's what's gonna come out. That's whether you angry, you want to fight, whatever. So, yeah, I feel like these people was irresponsible when it came to their children. My sister-in-law always complained to me about how my brother was never helping her with her kids. She complained to me about how he wasn't pulling his end of the weight as far as taking care of his children. She was mad that, you know, she had to pull a lot of the weight. She had to be the man in the relationship. So why are you always trying to make me jealous about having a companion when the companion you got is not even worth, you know what I'm saying? It's like they try to throw little stuff up in my face to try to make me jealous, but it's like, why am I be jealous about a marriage that you pull all the weight? You're basically the man in the relationship. Like, it's a lot on you. Like, it's a lot on your plate. It's a lot on you. It's heavy on you. You know what I'm saying? So, but you want me to be jealous of that? Because low-key, you do magic on my love life to chase all my husbands away, or so no man will look at me. But guess what? I still choose to love me. And that's what got everybody messed up about all this magic that they did. I still been just choosing to love me and choosing to love God and choosing to love the people that really love with me and really rock with me, really support me. That's all I keep choosing to do. Y'all do magic on my love life. Y'all did magic so that people won't help me with my children. And then y'all look and y'all see all me and my kids, we skipping off into the sunset. We all holding hands. I'm a proud mother. And y'all want to take that from me. But guess what? Y'all can never take that from me. Me being a proud mother. Y'all can never take that from me because I'm a proud mother of myself. I don't need y'all to be proud of me. I need y'all to get out the way and stay out the way and stay safe. Because this was and will be the last attempt to try to come after me, to try to frame me, to try to belittle me, to try to bully me about anything, on anything. It's not a go. It's a no. It always has been a no. And my brother knew, and my brother know who I am. He's always watched me. And he used to say, nah, I ain't playing with her. I ain't messing with her. Y'all can mess with her and get. But I ain't messing with her. And they used to mess with me, and they used to get whatever the hell he was talking about. But then he got the coal around his own. Now he say, ain't nothing happening. She ain't blessed like all the readers my dad done took her to. She ain't got the favor. She ain't the one. I can start doing what I want to do with her. I never, ever trusted my brother. I never trusted Joe Hester. The big one, the small one, the little one, or the tall one. I never trusted them niggas. My dad let me borrow his Mustang one day. And as I'm pulling off, as I got in the car and crunk it up and, getting the radio station right, my brother pulled up. My brother's in a rental. I rolled the window down to speak to my brother. I'm like, hey, Joe, what's up? The look on his face. This nigga turned into the Grinch. This nigga face went like, what is she doing driving that fucking car? She's not supposed to have any type of access to this luxury lifestyle that I live, is what he said in his head. And guess what? You think my dad didn't get that furious look on his face? You know what my dad did? Turned around and yelled at me to get out of the yard. Go! What are you still doing sitting here? Go! Get out of the yard! Go! I'm like, what just happened? Why is my brother so mad? Because I'm driving my dad's car. But what was very interesting was what I read, what I picked up from his mind, from his modem. What popped up in his head was, why is she driving the car? She is not supposed to have any access to anything luxury. She's supposed to be piss poke broke, poverty, and over there starving with her children. Why is she over here getting this brand new Mustang and driving off? We had a deal that we would outcast this person and we would outshine this person. One thing my dad gonna do, he gonna make sure Joseph shine. He gonna make sure that Joseph is at least looking the part. Whether he got to give him a car, my dad sat up there and gave my brother 2 vehicles in my face, and I didn't have a car. Oh, well, him and his wife. You already gave him 1 car for his wedding, and there was nothing wrong with that car. All he had to do was get it registered. He never got it registered. You couldn't pay the car payments on the Mustang no more. I didn't have a car. He had a car that you already gave him, and you gave him another car. So, and you did the same thing with the other little black car. You gave it to Joe and his wife. And me and my kids was over there with no car, no transportation. And he had a car the whole time. He just needed to get it registered, and he wouldn't get it registered. And you gave him the Mustang, and he could have just took over the payments, but he didn't. He let it go into repo instead of just keeping the payments up. He did the same thing with the other black car, and you did the same thing with the other black car. Every time there was a chance and an opportunity for my dad to help me, he left me stranded. He would do little things here and there to make it look like his magic is magicking, his dad is dadding, but it never added up to the big problems when I had big problems. And one thing that I noticed about my dad, when I had big problems, he was nowhere to be found. You know why? Because he was the reason and he was the cause behind the big problems. And once I elevated and evolved too, he wasn't there either because he didn't want to see that. My brother has always not liked me. I remember as a child, I seen him at the corner store and I spoke to him. I said, "Hey, Joe." And he looked at me like he didn't know me and kept walking. So when I became an adult, I brought that back to his attention. I said, "Why, when I was a child at that gas station, I spoke to you and you looked right at me and you did not speak back to me?" He said, "Oh, because we didn't know who your dad was. We didn't know who your dad was. We didn't know if you was our real sister or not. So we was waiting on the blood test to come back." I'm a child. Kids all the time speak to me who I don't know, and I speak back to them. But you not gonna speak back to a child because you don't know if I'm your dad's child? You didn't speak back to me because you're waiting on the blood test to come back? Don't that sound like a slow person to me? But I could be wrong. I'm okay with being wrong, but to me, it sounds like people get the word slow mixed up or confused with something else. So this person, Miss Carrie Wilson, texts me after my brother abandoned her because he can't face me, because he knows that I know the truth, and I know that he knows that I know, and he knows that I know. So she decided to take my daughter in. She thinks she's doing a good deed. No, you're not doing nothing good about this deed at all. Nothing good is about my ops living with you. Y'all look foolish. Y'all look foolish. But I'm glad God allowed it. Because when he said he would make your enemies your footstool, I didn't know he was coming like this, but he came like this. I am glad y'all is together. Let's make it last. Let's make this last. This is a wonderful, beautiful thing. When your enemies, when you know they're your enemies and they link up to do this, to try to stop you, boo. And who's with me? Just me. Y'all done got y'all daddies, y'all done got y'all grandmamas, y'all done got y'all aunties, y'all aunties putting their mouth on me, putting their name, putting they say on my business, and she done went and spread lies to the whole town like I care. Baby, I already defeated them people. I left them people peacefully, and now they wanna resurface, they wanna reunite, and it feels so good. Baby, they got me twisted. There is no coming back from that. Once you play with my life, there is no coming back from that. You went and got that gun, you knew what you was gonna do with that gun. If I wanted to fight, you was gonna shoot. That's what you wanted to do with that gun. My daughter knew what she was doing when she put whatever she put in my drink. She knew what she was doing when she was trying to take me out, when she was telling them to rob her mom. She knew what she was doing. My brother knew what he was doing. My mother knew what he was doing. My mother knew what she was doing when she was setting me up with my baby daddy. And my father knew what he was doing when he was setting me up with my baby daddy. They know. And I know. And now the world needs to know that this is what's being done behind. And now y'all want to, now they want to, and I told her that. I said, yeah, you went and got a gun. Woo, woo. Oh, no, I didn't. No, that's not what I did. What are you talking about? I'm talking about you're the ops. You're an enemy. And I been knew you was the enemy. God been told me that you was the enemy and to disconnect myself from you. Why do you think God told me to disconnect myself from you? Because he knew this day was coming. Why do you think I blocked you? Because I knew this day was coming, that you would betray me. They still in their peanut galleries. Their illusion, right? They do so much magic. They try to do so much magic and it's being done on themselves because, baby, this ain't no illusion. If somebody blocked you 5 years ago and then you turn around and you end up with their child, how did that happen again? Nothing but God. Because y'all thought that was gonna hurt me. Y'all thought I was finna sit in the car and cry. Y'all thought I was finna sit in the corner and cry. Y'all did, but I'm absolutely not. This is so funny to me. I cannot tell you, I cannot express to you the laughter that I have gotten out of this. And the confirmation that I've gotten out of this. And I told her about her getting the gun. I told her about her not being a friend to me. I told her that she wasn't no friend. I told her all that. And then I told her they was the ops. And it ain't no coincidence that they took them two together. But what she don't know is my mama done told me that you, Carrie, are not my friend. 2 of my exes told me that y'all not my real friends. So if other people can see this and they're telling me this, but you think you won a trophy toting my daughter around. Nope. This is just confirmation. This is just confirmation. Everyone is seeing now. Like, I told that girl that her friend was jealous of her. No, you got that lady daughter. Nah. But that is my truth on this situation. Like I said, I know I said a lot of graphic things that other people will take as fighting words, war words, because when you're telling people about the net, one thing that I've noticed, people want to do the nasty, evil shit. But when you bring up the nasty, evil shit that they did, they get mad. You wasn't mad when you was doing it. You was not mad when you was purchasing that gun. You was not mad then. You knew why you was purchasing it for Vanessa. You knew why you was getting it for me. You knew when you was going to use it for me. You wasn't mad. You weren't mad at all. So why are you now mad that I'm bringing it back to your attention and I'm bringing it back to your forehead? Why you mad now? Why? Why is your panties all in the water now? My daughter can't even talk to me. She can't even address me. She have to send her flying monkeys. She have to send her demons. My daughter she's powerful in her dark realm, but she ain't that powerful. But she can control other witches and other demons like her. She can. She very much can. She is of the dark world. She is a dark worker. I am a light worker. I don't use my gifts to possess anyone, to overpower anyone. That's magic. That's dark magic. People are free-willed around me, and people don't die around me. Somebody died around Joe? Yes. Somebody died around Big Joe? Yes. Somebody died around Lil Joe? Yes. Somebody died around Janessa? Yes. Somebody died around Jeanette? Yes. So y'all can judge, but that's what happened. It happened. I wanted so much more for my daughter. I wanted us to have so much more time together. But when you cross that line of trying to take someone out and you don't succeed and they sit before you to tell their testimony, how can you come back from that? See, they thought I wasn't going to be here to tell my testimony. They thought I wasn't going to be here. And since I am here, they like scrambling. And they're like, let's do the ritual again and make everybody think she's crazy. There's nothing crazy about me. Y'all say that I'm crazy because I say that I can speak to angels. My angels have helped me when you tried to take me out. My angels helped me when my mama tried to take me out. My angels helped me when my daddy tried to take me out. My angels helped me. So that's why y'all is mad. Because if I didn't have angels and I didn't have God and I didn't have a spiritual team, y'all would be able to touch. But because you cannot touch God's anointed, y'all have to result in other things. I don't find it suspicious. I don't find it funny. I do find it funny, but I don't feel no type of way about my daughter. I literally signed over my rights to my daughter. She is free to live with her. I told her, I do this, we're done. Because you have ultimately reconnected yourself with people that I have literally told to you what they've done to me. Literally, I've told you I cannot be connected to these people. God don't want me connected to these people, and you go right to the people that I can't have a connection with. And that was Miss Kyria's argument. After I told her she was up and everything like that, we got off the phone. They let me calm down. They thought I was playing. The next day, I still, like, what do you expect? Then the next day, she want to go out. Oh, you didn't tell your daughter to do good in life, stay in school, don't get in trouble. You told your daughter to keep your name out your mouth. Do not try to switch. Do not try to use no reverse psychiatry on me, first of all. Narc. Don't try to reverse no roles. I just called y'all out. I just told you that it's no coincidence my daughter tried to kill me. It's no coincidence that you want to take me out, and now y'all best friends. Now y'all roommates. It's no coincidence. And now you want me to turn around and tell my daughter, I love you, and keep your head up, and be a good student, and don't be... I already done told her all that plenty of times for 15, 16 years, 17 years. I already done told her that. But since she has crossed the line and put my life in danger, and I no longer want to show up for her as a mother, just like she no longer wants to show up for me as a daughter, you want to use that, baby, use it. Because I'm going to use my common while you use your noggin. While you use your book smart, I'm going to use my common smart. Because this what I went through with y'all, you can't find this in no book. How I escaped y'all traps, you can't find that in no book. How I'm able to heal myself after taking my daughter. What I would do is I would take my daughter and I would be like, okay, it's girls' day. Let's go get us some girl things. I would take her to the store. I would buy her $50 worth of underwear, whatever she wanted, whatever she decides. Go to Bath and Body Works. Give her 50. I do 50. She do 50. We get us some spray, some lotion. We out. So why are you wearing my panties? Why are you soiling my panties with your with your women parts and then folding it up and putting it back in my drawer. Because you're doing a ritual. You're doing a ritual. And then on top of that, whatever you done went out there and got, you want me to get it. There go the horn confirmation. You want me to get whatever you done got. People can say what they want to, but my daughter abused me. She tried so hard to work on my mental. She was trying so hard to get me in a state of being double-minded, unsure. She went in my room one day and sprayed my perfume, my $100 bottle of perfume. And as soon as I come back in the house, I say, I'm going to check the mail. I come back, I come in my room, I smell my perfume. So I asked her, I'm like, why did you spray my perfume? Oh no, I didn't spray your perfume. Yes, you did. No, I did not. I didn't spray your perfume. I'm telling you, Mom, I didn't. I'm like, I know you're lying. I pick up the perfume bottle, right? No, I'm not. Why is it dripping then? Because you know, it's not dripping, and then I'ma spray it, right? Now look, don't you see the mist? Look, it's wet right there. It's wet right there from me spraying it. And that's what I showed her. I'm like, so now my perfume bottles just ooze out with. She would do stuff like that repeatedly. I tell her, go wash the dishes. She'll take the dishes and just put them away. Yes, sister girl was getting bold. She'll take the dishes, don't wash them, just put them away. She'll put them away. It could be juicing. She'll just put it in the cabinet like she washed it. Food. My daughter was provoking me because she was willing to take herself out to sacrifice me. She was willing to be a sacrifice. You know them Arab people that they send in there to blow up themselves and blow up everybody? That's what my daughter is. She's a land mine. She's a land bomb. She will blow her whole self up. She will get out here and prostitute and promote sex and promote oral and anal and blows just to humiliate me. Because she's attached to me. You know, we're living in a society where, you know, your children are attached to you. Your children are a reflection of you, and she knows that. So she's just having a good time smearing my name through smearing her name. She does not care about smearing her name because she's going to blame everything on me. Oh, I'm out here because my mom, she's telling everybody I put her out. I wish I would have never threw away my missing posters that I made of her. So I could have showed you guys that I did everything in my power to try to save my daughter. I did everything in my power to try to save our relationship. I did everything that I thought a mother could do. I did everything that I thought a friend. I did everything that just an individual to try to help my daughter, and nothing worked. She has her eyes, and she is sat on. She is headstrong about being my enemy and being my op. And my mom is the same way. It doesn't matter, you know, how long it's been. It's just I'm a trigger for people. Some people, I am just their trigger. And my mom still to this day, I talked to her about it. I told her how I felt about how she believed him over me, and how when I called her saying that me and him had gotten a fight, she denied the whole thing. She denied it. I didn't say that. No, that's not what I said. And that's what these people do, you know. And so I don't want to go back and forth about it anymore. I just want to, you know, tell my testimony of how I overcame 5 generations of people trying to kill me, a whole town. These people, they gathered the whole town together to come against me, to you know, somebody that is not evil, but they take it in my daughter because they know that, you know, she was the last attempt, she was the last try, she was the last strain. And my daughter is able to shift people's thinking when it comes to me. My daughter was also blocking a lot of my blessings. Once my daughter left, God started opening up blessings left and right. I became healed again. I healed again. I got a better job, $17 an hour. I got a better car. I got this. I got that. I got just a deal over here, a deal over there, you know, while she's teaming up to come against me. My daughter is obsessed with me, and my daughter is a psychopath. She is a serial killer. You guys, this is my truth. If I'm able to talk about it and it's my daughter, I am not trying to shame my daughter. I am not trying to embarrass my daughter. I'm not trying to put my daughter down or make it seem like I'm perfect or I'm an angel. You know, a lot of people do call me an angel, but I have made mistakes as a mom, but none to the point where I left my children, abandoned them, or just things that people that need CPS called on them. You know, basically, I just feel like I didn't deserve that, but I had to go through everything that I went through to learn a lesson so that it could be a blessing. And I just pray that in these videos that I dropped, if you are experiencing this and you're going through this, just know that these people have dug into some things that they shouldn't have dug into. And it's like they want to try to outsmart God. They want to try to snatch a blessing for you out of God's hand. Shots fired in reverse. Yeah, they can't do this. They can't do this. These people think they're going to steal something from you by ruining your reputation so that no one wants to work with you. My daughter used to do that a lot. Like, I would be networking, discussing business with grown people, and she would walk up and say something stupid like, my daughter knows that I have certain pet peeves, and one of my pet peeves is I do not share clothes. I do not share shoes. I just don't. I don't care how good they look. I don't care how good your clothes fit. And having girls, you have to have those type of boundaries. And so, that's just my pet peeve. Like, you're not putting your feet in my shoes. I will buy your own $100 shoes, your own $200 shoes, whatever shoe. If I have to buy the same shoe two times in two different shoe sizes, that's what it would be. But we won't ever share shoes and clothes. That's one of my pet peeves. So I was networking, and this lady was talking to me, asking me if I knew something about I think she needed a warehouse or a storage or something. I don't know. We was talking about something. And then she was asking me about my channel, and my daughter walked up and was like, "You need to go take my shoes off." I was like, "These is not your shoes. What are you talking about?" Like, when I tell y'all, I be so stunned and amazed. And then I have to realize mental health is real. Mental illness is real. Like, she literally walked up to me and was like, "You need to go take my shoes off." I was like, "I don't have your shoes on. These are my shoes. What are you talking about?" And they do not care. Look, working together in reverse. Like, as long as they can get this person to see me in an ugly light, in an ugly way, you know what I'm saying? Like, she thought I was finna flip out on her, but that's not a part of growth. That's not a part of change. That's not the road I'm going down. It's like, she gets mad, and then that made her even mad that I didn't respond how she wanted me to respond. Yeah, she wanted me to be double-minded and unstable in all my ways. Also, she thinks I'm her Sims. Like, she really thinks she got a fucking controller, and she controls my next move, and my next move, and my next move. Like, she really think that. And I told her, I said, "This is not your shoes. What are you talking about?" And she was like, yes, them is my shoes. You always be wearing my stuff. I was like, that's when I knew my daughter was sicker than I had suspected. And one thing about mental illness is you could want them to be so healthy as far as their mind and everything, and that's the weakest place that's the weakest place in their body. I remember one morning getting her up for school and just having my affirmations going, and got breakfast cooked already, and just bringing her out to breakfast. And I cook a big old breakfast: pancakes, eggs, sausage, fruit, cereal. I got it set up like how the hotels do. If you want cereal, I got the bowl and the milk, and they can serve themselves. I got it set up on a little round bowl of fruit, everything. So I just told her, I'm like, just be happy, have a good day. I said, you're beautiful, you're young, you're amazing. I said, you can do anything you put your mind to, baby. Like, this is how I talk to my daughters. This is how I talk to my babies. I said, you're beautiful, babe. You can do anything you put your mind to. I said, I believe in you. I know. You just got to start believing in yourself. And I say, nah, go get ready for school so I can take you to school. And as she got up and she walked off, her face balled up, and she said, I know what you really think of me. I know you think that I ain't gonna be nothing in life. I know you don't want me to do nothing in life. I know you don't want me to be nothing in life. I know that. And I'm like, I'm telling you, that this face that I done showed y'all, I done did that face like the last 3 years. That's been my response. That has